President Trump a short time ago telling Walmart that the company should, I'm quoting now, eat the cost.
Walmart plans to cut about 1,500 jobs in a restructuring aimed at trimming its expenses and speed up decision making. The Wall Street Journal reports that the company told employees it will reshape some of its teams, particularly in global technology.
Walmart says their first quarter profits slipped and they have to raise their prices as a result of the tariffs, threatening their low price model.
What if the stores you thought would always be there vanished? Think about it. The mall where you bought your first pair of sneakers. The pharmacy where your grandparents picked up their medicine. The diner where you celebrated birthdays with burgers and fries. For decades, these places were more than stores. They were community anchors. But now, they're vanishing at a speed no one saw coming. Across the U.S., retail is collapsing before our very eyes. And this isn't just about shopping. It's a direct window into the health of America's economy and the future of the middle class. Because if the very industry tied to our daily lives is falling apart, what does that say about everything else? Let's dig in. By just the first half of 2025, over 6,000 retail stores had already shut their doors. Forecasts suggest that number could double by the end of the year. That's not just a statistic. It's a disappearance the size of 30 NFL football fields. And it's not just small mom-and-pop shops. We're talking giants. Macy's is shutting down 65 more stores. Walgreens dropped 500. Joann Fabrics, once a staple for crafters, closed all 800 locations. Even bargain favorites like Dollar Tree and Foot Locker are in steep decline. But here's the thing. Behind every store closure is a ripple effect. A community loses jobs, a neighborhood loses its meeting spot, and a town loses part of its identity. And if the giants can't survive, what chance do the small shops have? But this is only the beginning, because the closures don't just remove convenience, they erode the very communities we live in. For decades, Walmart was seen as untouchable, a giant that could outprice, outlast, and outgrow anyone. But even Walmart isn't invincible anymore. In states across America, especially California, Walmart has been retreating. And when Walmart disappears, the damage goes far beyond losing cheap groceries. For many small towns, Walmart was the heartbeat of daily life. It was the place to shop for everything from milk to medicine, but also where neighbors met, where teens got their first jobs, and where the community gathered. Take it away, and what happens? Elderly residents are forced to drive miles just to buy basics like milk or medication. Teens lose their shot at part-time work. Main Street, already hollowed out, loses its last anchor. The wealthiest state, California, has ironically seen the greatest Walmart decline. Being rich doesn't mean ordinary people can keep affordable stores. Wall Street may celebrate online sales growth, but Main Street is left in the dark. And if even medicine becomes hard to access, what happens to everything else? Imagine needing heart medication and finding out the nearest pharmacy has closed. That's not hypothetical. Walgreens has plans to shut 2,000 more stores by 2027. CVS has already closed over 1,000 in just 3 years. The result? Entire neighborhoods are turning into pharmacy deserts. In one Ohio county, the last remaining pharmacy has lines so long they rival airport check-ins during the holidays. Except here, some people wait hours only to be told their prescriptions are out of stock. And the irony is painful. Amazon can deliver medication to your doorstep in 24 hours. But what if you can't wait 24 hours? What if your neighbor collapses tonight? We used to believe pharmacies would never vanish because medicine is essential, but reality is proving otherwise. And if even life-saving essentials are considered unprofitable, what else can truly stand? And if healthcare access is fading, what about something as simple as dinner out? Remember Friday nights at TGI Fridays? Or grabbing burgers at Red Robin with the family? Or that late-night Denny's run? Those experiences are slipping into memory. In just a few months, TGI Fridays closed 36 restaurants. Red Robin lost 70. Denny's cut more than 100. What was once a family ritual has become a rarity. Why? Because a burger and fries now cost $20 to $25. A family dinner at Red Robin? Easily $40 or more. Families under pressure from rising electricity bills, gas costs, and insurance premiums are making the obvious choice: cook at home. But this shift isn't just about food, it's about identity. Eating out was a symbol of middle-class stability, the ability to treat your family, even once a week. Now, for many, that's gone. As one Texan put it, "We gave up our weekly Red Robin habit and switched to backyard BBQ. But even then," he sighed, "because beef costs as much as a pair of sneakers." Casual dining has turned into luxury dining. And luxury dining? Forget about it. And if even a burger is slipping out of reach, the next question becomes chilling. What about your money itself? Banks, the places we thought would always be there, are shutting down too. In 2025, PNC alone closed nearly 10% of its branches. And they're not unique. Across America, branch signs are being pulled down, replaced by lonely ATMs, or nothing at all. Wall Street calls it cutting costs. But for Main Street, it means the financial lifeline is gone. Sure, mobile apps are convenient, but what about retirees who need tellers, or rural communities without broadband, or small businesses trying to secure a loan? One town in Pennsylvania lost its only branch. Suddenly, residents had to drive 40 miles just to cash a paycheck. And when the ATM ran out of money on payday weekend, the town faced what felt like a financial blackout. Banks were once community hubs, places where managers knew your name, your family, and your business. Today, cold chatbots replace human connection. So what's left when the money leaves, too? The irony couldn't be sharper. The headlines say the economy is booming, but on the ground, people can't even access their own savings. On TV, you'll hear about falling inflation, strong GDP, and record low unemployment. But ask the 76,000 retail workers laid off in just the first 5 months of 2025 if the economy feels strong. Ask them how healthy things are when layoffs are up nearly 300% from last year. Ask why Fitch downgraded the entire retail sector to negative. Ask why net retail absorption is minus 7.5 million square feet, meaning more stores are closing than opening. The government says CPI is under control, but your wallet knows the truth every time you swipe at the grocery store. The data may look green, but Main Street is bleeding red. And as this contradiction grows, it's not just wallets that are shaken. It's trust in the very system itself. Close your eyes. Do you remember? Gas tanks filled for $20. Backyard barbecues for $50. Weekends spent at malls where kids ran wild in food courts, while parents browsed Macy's, JCPenney, or Sears. Not because you had to buy something, but because that's where the community lived. Today, the mall is empty, the stores are shuttered, and the shopping experience has been reduced to tearing open Amazon boxes on your porch. Main Street wasn't just about shopping. It was social infrastructure, the first job, the chance meeting with an old friend, the Christmas suit for a child stepping into adulthood. Now, all that's left is nostalgia. But nostalgia doesn't rebuild communities. And when Main Street disappears, the middle class loses more than stores. It loses a way of life. Behind every closure is a person. A 52-year-old manager in the Midwest who worked at Walgreens his entire life suddenly finds the store and his career gone. He doesn't know programming. He can't pivot to fintech. But the mortgage remains. The bills keep coming. Small towns lose Walmart, and suddenly schools lose sponsors. Charities lose fundraising. sports teams lose uniforms. Just one store shutting its doors, and the whole town dims. Here's the bitter truth. We live in an age of free two-day shipping, but no two-day job security. A package can arrive in 24 hours, but a paycheck? That may vanish forever. It's tempting to see this as the end, but every collapse also creates opportunity. The old Main Street, built on malls, Macy's, and Sears, may be gone, but a new version could rise. Not massive chain stores, but small shops blending technology with personal service. Not food courts, but local markets, shared spaces, and backyard communities. Survival now depends on adaptation. Support local businesses. Every dollar spent keeps the lights on in your neighborhood. Invest in skills. Retail as a lifelong career is over. Tech, logistics, and digital services are the future. Build community. Because when the economy falters, the strongest currency is connection. The question is, will the new Main Street be a thriving community or just an endless line of delivery trucks? Retail is collapsing right before our eyes. And it's not just stores closing. It's the backbone of the middle class crumbling. From Walmart to Walgreens, from diners to banks, every brick of Main Street is under pressure. But the future isn't written yet. The America we end up with depends on the choices we make now, whether we let Main Street die or help it transform. So let me ask you, which stores have closed near you? Do you think this collapse is just a natural cycle, or a sign that the middle class is being abandoned? Share your story in the comments. Your experience is the most authentic picture of what's really happening in America. And if you found this video thought-provoking, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here we dig into the economic, political, and social realities that mainstream media often overlooks. Thanks for watching.